Hey, I'm Jacob. You're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. I'm here at the Weldon Peet Park in Bowling Green, Kentucky, where, as you can see, the park is closed. Now, I didn't know exactly how I wanted to film this video. I thought that maybe I should talk about the federal government's job in protecting individual liberty, and specifically the right to assemble, or possibly what a public park is. A park for the public, something owned by the people, like the government is supposed to be. But ultimately, what we need to talk about is the difference between social responsibility and individual responsibility. You see, as an adult, I've made a decision to go out here and to be in the public. And if I get sick, that is that comes from my decision, and that's my liberty. I have the liberty to make that decision. And what's incredible is not necessarily what the government is doing. That's to be expected. And it's not necessarily the sickness or people's response to the sickness. It's the people's response to liberty. You see, when I found out that these parks were closed, I said, it sounds like the perfect place to go to socially distance. Because that's what this is all supposed to be about, right? Keeping space from each other to keep this virus from spreading and killing people. And people's response to this, and their response to liberty as a whole on any given subject, was violent and aggressive. People said that they hoped that I contracted the virus, and that they hoped that I got arrested and that I got a ticket. Now wait now. You can't say that you hope those things because I'm not social distancing or doing my part in stopping the virus, because I am. I'm not around anybody. They're saying that because they worship the government. They're saying that because they are slaves who want to promote their slave master. People become angry when an individual supports liberty and individual responsibility, because it is the opposite of what they want. They want slavery, and for them to achieve that, they need everybody else to be slaves too. It's disgusting, honestly. It's something that I've had to deal with my entire life, from like middle school up, is people who violently support communism, fascism, and the good of the society over the good of the individual. But the problem is that these individuals who support these things always want to find ways where they can be separate. These are the type of people who look for loopholes, and they want all of these regulations for everybody else except for themselves. And that's why we see so many Democrats running illegal guns and supporting cartels and running an illegal government and doing all of this other stuff, is because they're simply elitists. But this is foolish, and the way that you deal with this is with peaceful and non-violent non-compliance. So I will be using this park today. I will not be paying any fines, and I will not be showing up to court. This is public property, and I'm going to use it, and the government doesn't have the right to take that. So there you go. Don't be a slave. Take responsibility for yourself, and don't worry about what other people do. You're not a 4-year-old. It's none of your business what other people do, as long as they don't affect you. And if you're terrified of this virus, keep your own ass in the house.